Dobro utro. Good morning. So the theme of this morning has been strimming. Yes, something that you have to get used to if you want land over here. For some reason it's kind of weird. I mean, there's probably people out there that can explain this to me because I've just not got a clue, but it's weird that all the central bit doesn't seem to get long or massive weeds or, you know, anything nasty, nettles or anything like that. It just stays quite flat. Yet this edge, whether it holds more water or not, I don't know, but this edge is just always 6 foot high by the time I come back. So anyway, I'm going to try and get this through it. What I tend to do is do a cut of all the long stuff and then try and rake as much up as I can, and then we'll go over it again. But I'm still thinking that maybe, because we're not going to be here for that long on this trip, because we're coming to a time where I need to be back in the UK for one or two bits of things that's coming up. So I think because we're not staying too long, I'm not going to bother putting up the pool this time. We've got other options. We can be at a pool today, later on, going to see Sharon and a bit of a pool party there, which is always lovely, really nice. So yeah, I think for this trip won't bother, and then hopefully when we come back out in a few weeks time, then this grass will not have grown back, because as long as we don't get any rains or any big storms coming through, hopefully the sun will kill it all off and kill all the grass off again, and I'll be able to put the pool up. So guys, those of you watching the videos from last year, you would have seen that I had all this cleared out perfectly and all access to back of the house, because I'm desperate to be able to start filling the stonework with some lime mortar and tidying it up. I was also gradually moving the bricks from here around the back to get them out of the way. So I started the job, started the work, and then you might as well just not have bothered, because by the time you come back you're confronted with this again. But another couple of hours strimming, hopefully I'll be able to get into it and get it sorted out. Looks like I'm going to have to move some of this firewood out of the way first, but like everything over here, it's just one thing after another and just get it done, and then once it's done you can sit back and relax. So that's my plan. Let's get it done. Well guys, better late than never. It's taken me a little while to get round to it, just because the strimming's been horrendous to get through, and you also might see a difference on this side of the garden where there was once a pear tree. I've had to take that down. It was definitely rotten on the inside, that's why we weren't getting any fruit on it, so I've chopped that down today, and now it's time to fill up the pool. The kids have been looking forward to it. We weren't going to do it, or I wasn't going to do it, but the girls have decided that they want the pool on, so yes, all good fun. Anyway, catch you later. Barbecue time. Do skoro. Here we go again, another day. And guess what? I neglected to tell you something the other day, but you might have noticed on the video. So just before we were due to go down to Orizari to see our friends for the pool party, I decided I was going to reach out the tables and chairs for the patio here at the house, just so when we came back we could sit out and chill for a bit. And as I did, I was rushing looks, I knew we had to catch the buzz. I also made a very, very big mistake which I've not done for a long time. I had sliders on, and I walked down the steps bringing a glass table, and my ankle went on the bottom step and I ended up falling onto the table and the glass broke, and luckily I've had a few minor scratches on my hands and quite a deep gash on my knee. The only real thing that's been the problem has been my ankle, as you'll see in the photograph. To be fair, it's not a bad sprain from what I can tell. I've been walking on it. I mean, I went to the party, I walked through Warazari, I've been up here, as you've seen, I've cut trees down, we've done a lot of strimming, filled the pool up. I'm not in any pain with it. I do have the GHIT card, so if I needed medical attention, I could have gone to Sunny Beach and, you know, produced a GHIT card and been treated. But to be fair, I'm old school, I'm Generation X, you know, if it doesn't hurt, if it's not causing me any pain, then I'm not going to go. So I've just hobbled on, carried on going. The pool's nearly full here, it's going to take a day or two to warm up. And the reason why we've decided that the pool's going up is because even though I normally take it down when we leave, I've been promised that when we go back to Wales, we're only going to be there for a couple of weeks, so we're going to leave the pool up, going to leave the house ready to come back to, and then yeah, a couple of weeks back in the UK, and then back out over here. So yeah, so that's some good news, because as you know, this is where I feel most at home. This is my home. Absolutely love it here, and again, so peaceful. I mean, the garden's just beautiful. All you can hear is birds. It's just amazing. So yes, for all the whinging I do about cutting the grass and the height of the weeds and everything else, when you sat here, it's just heaven for me. It really is. So yeah, so we're going to go down to the beach today. We're looking at catching the buzz, going down to Sunny Beach and finding a nice quiet bit on the public beaches. For those of you that haven't been over yet, there are sections of beaches that you pay for, sun lounges and parasols, which I've not had a look at the prices this year with the euro, so they may be more expensive than they have been in the past, I don't know. But we never do that. You know, we take a couple of big beach towels, take a parasol ourselves, and we go to the public bits in between where anybody can pitch up. Because I'm tight, we all know this, I don't like spending money. So yeah, we'll go down to the shop first, stop at Tea Market, probably get some beers, get a bit of food, and go and have a day at the beach, which is one of my favourite things to do, and unfortunately we don't do enough of it when we're here, and I don't know why. You know, if it was up to me, I'd be on the beach every day, but yeah, it always seems like a bit of a full-on thing, especially with the kids. But yeah, looking forward to it. Other than that, there's nothing else much happening at the moment. Kit goes home tomorrow, which is a bit of a shame, because it would have been nice to spend more time with him and his mate Andy. But they head back to the UK tomorrow, and again they're going to be out later on in the year. Yeah, so yet to meet up with some of the expats that are good friends of mine. There are still some people we've not seen, but we've seen quite a lot now. We've met up with quite a lot. I'm hoping to see some more people in the next couple of days. And yeah, and generally just relax. Like I say on every video that I make, please just ask questions. Get in the comments, ask questions. If there's anything you want to know, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to tell you exactly how I see it. Now, again, it's only my opinion, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can only say what I see. I'm very straightforward. I'm going to tell the truth. I've got no ulterior motive. I don't own a business over here. I'm not trying to sell you anything. My YouTube channel's small. It doesn't make any money, you know. I'm just here because I love Bulgaria and I wanted a better life for my kids. That's what it's all about. So yeah, that's just the way forward for me. So yeah, drop me a line. Anyway, catch you later guys. Doskoro.
Well, dobry den. I'm definitely seeing a difference at the moment over here. Not only have we seen the fact that Sunny Beach does feel a little bit quieter, Nezibah, Old Town, is absolutely dead. I've never known it so quiet. I mean, even in winter we see more people out here than we're doing now, and yeah, for mid-June that's shocking really. But we've been to Michael's Eco Bar, as you'll have seen, mainly because Harrison and Kelly hadn't been there before. We wanted Harrison to see the turtles, but normally you get to the tourist season and you have to queue to even get in the place, but it was very quiet. We're now going to go down to the little park for the kids to have a play before we make our way to New Nezibah and go for a meal. The kids were that busy running back to the house to be the first ones to the gate. Guess what? Guess what? You were that quick to run back to the house. What did you miss across the road?
What the hell?
It's a donkey.
What the hell?
You didn't even see that, did you?
And it's still...
No, you can't go over and stroke it because it might run away. Okay. I can't believe you missed that.
What the hell? You just got back?
Dobry den. So, yeah, as you may have seen, we had a great day yesterday. Headed down into Sunny Beach, mainly to do a little bit of shopping, but also to catch up with our friends at the Tuesday Club. Now, for people that have been watching my videos, you'll kind of know what it's all about, but for those that don't, well, this is the first time you've watched my videos, it's a group of expats that just seem to congregate together every Tuesday, and it became an official thing as soon as we set up a Facebook group for it. And unfortunately over winter everybody kind of drifts apart, and you know, people go and travel to different countries, or they might go back to the UK over winter, and it kind of just drifts apart a little bit. But it was nice last night because most of us have got back together again, so there were people that I haven't seen since summer last year, so it was nice. It was just nice to get a few of us together, and as always we always get the odd newcomer. So we had a lovely Russian lady there that Terry had met and invited, and yeah, it was nice to meet somebody different. So yeah, it's always good. It's nice to just get together, have a few drinks, have a chat. The subject of conversation with some people was obviously the prices doubling, which they have done since January, but you know, it was what was expected, wasn't it? So yeah, other than that, it was really pleasant afternoon. So yeah, the girls, Tasha and Kelly, went down to the markets and picked up some bargains. They were quite happy because again, they're savvy, you know, they're like me, they know what it costs in the leather before, so they know to convert what was leather to euro and then to pounds and kind of work it all out. And they realised that if you shopped around you could still get some decent bargains, but you have to shop around. Don't rely on going to the first stall or the first place you see, because prices vary massively, and it's not just location, it's about the Bulgarians themselves. I mean, some of the Bulgarians have raised the prices ridiculously high, and then others have kept them very reasonable, with slight increases, which is understandable, just rounding up maybe to the nearest euro, which is understandable. I don't mind that, but unfortunately, you know, there's been quite a lot of greed. There's quite a lot of the bigger places that, especially for food and drink, that have realised that they can capitalise on the fact that a lot of the tourists aren't understanding really the change in the currency and what it means. And I noticed quite a few people were spending euro as if it was lev. I mean, they were giving kids €50 notes to go to the bar for soft drinks, Now 50 lev before, yeah, you could say 20 quid, 20 odd quid. Now 50 lev, you know, is 40 odd quid. It's double. So I think some of the tourists are to blame for not really, you know, keeping track of what the money's worth. But like I said, what was 20 euro, or sorry, what was 20 lever at some of the places in town is now 20 euro, and for me that is just, it's just pure greed. It's just pure greed. Prices have literally doubled, and the quality is no better at some of these places either. So I'm not going to name them, but yeah, just keep an eye on my videos. I'm trying to explain things as I go because that's all I can do. I say it as I see it. I don't, you know, I'm not here for any political reason. I'm not here to make money. I don't make anything off this channel. It's a very small channel. I'm just here to tell you my experience of having the house here in the village and what it's like in Sunny Beach. But right now we're having a bit of lunch by the pool, and life is good. I'll catch you all later. Do skoro. Well, good evening guys. We've had a lovely meal at the Lira, somewhere that I've heard about many times, and I've been in once before but didn't really eat last time I was in, just had a drink. This time stayed for food, and yeah, we've all had beautiful meals, drink each, and it's coming at around 35 euro just for me, Tasha and the girls, and around 30 odd euro for Kelly and Harrison. They're paid separately, but the food was good. I'm not going to complain. It was absolutely amazing. The atmosphere was amazing in there, very busy, so highly recommended the Lira. If you can find it, it's on the back streets again of Sunny Beach, but yeah, well worth a stop by. We're just wandering back now. I'm going all the way back to the bus station and getting the bus back to the village. And I know that England are playing tonight, but I'm not really a football fan, so yeah, it really doesn't bother me. So the World Cup can do what it wants, because it's only just going to get messy for a lot of people out tonight, I should think, and I'm knackered now. It's been a long day, so leave them to it, and I'll have my night out tomorrow night. That sounds like a plan. Anyway, catch you later. Do skoro. So I've just come up to the middle shop, which we haven't been doing really since we've been back. I've just noticed that they've completely redone our little fountain. So our spring fountain is a new shelter, new benches, and an updated, cleaned up fountain, which is nice. So yeah, every time I come back there's just little improvements to the village, little improvements to Sunny Beach. There's always something different, always something new, which is good, because like I've said before, if it wasn't for that, then you're looking at potential municipalities or villages where the local mayor's not that bothered about keeping on top of it, whereas here they're spending the money. So we know we're in a good place, we know we're in a wealthy municipality, and we know that the village is thriving, so can't really fault it. Well, as you can see behind me, we are back at the Pirates of the Caribbean water park, and pretty much for no other reason than it's great for the kids all day and we get to do the all-inclusive thing. So it's well worth the money. I'm not going to tell you it's not. 35 euros for all you can eat, all you can drink, from literally 10 o'clock in the morning till 7 PM. You can't fault it. So yeah, so life's good at the moment. What I will say is we went out last night and didn't have the best experience. It's one of the very few times I'll actually go for a meal and test new places. And we went to the Jupiter. Now I don't normally eat at the Jupiter Steakhouse because it's had good and bad reviews over the time. I don't know if it's changed owners or not. All I'm going to say is the food was fine, the food was great, can't fault them on that. The prices weren't bad either,
just be very careful with the drinks. So the girls ordered vodka and cokes, and they were on the sort of offer thing, the 2-for-1 offer, and they basically got 2 glasses of coke and ice. So I complained about it, and the waitress took the glasses back to the bar. They topped it up with a little bit of vodka, came back, no vodka in it. You couldn't taste it at all. Now bearing in mind they were charging €7, not 7 lev, €7, which is quite a bit really. So I wasn't happy, so I went back and spoke to the manager or the boss or whoever he was, and I asked to try the vodka that they were using, because I just thought normal Bulgarian vodka. So he got the bottle and put a little bit in a glass, and sure enough it tasted like vodka should. So I was like, right, okay then, so you're just not putting any in the glasses? And she's like, yes, it's promotion. They weren't putting any in, so I ended up, they give me like a tumbler full of vodka so I could split it between the glasses as a keep the peace sort of thing, because I had said, you know, if the drinks are this bad then we won't be eating. So because he made the peace with the vodka, we stayed and we ate, and then they couldn't do enough for us then, you know, there's 6 of us, so you know, we all ordered meals, and then they came out with ice creams for the kids afterwards that weren't on the bill. So by the end of it, it wasn't a negative experience, but please be aware that they're not the only place to do it. We experienced it in another place a few nights before. When they're doing the promotional drinks, not just the cocktails, but the 2-for-1 offers, taste it, and if you can't taste the alcohol in it, they haven't put any in. Simple as that. And when you're talking, if it was 7 lev, you don't argue so much, but €7 is a massive difference. It's, you know, it's twice as much. So just bear that in mind, guys, that when you're out here, just keep a track on it. So especially when you've had a couple of drinks already, you don't tend to notice that they're ripping you off. But they definitely tried it on with us, to no avail. We all ended up eating, and I think overall, with all the drinks and the food, I think it came to about €70, which for 6 of us isn't too bad. But again, it's, to me, from what we've experienced over the last 4 years, it's definitely more expensive than it's ever been before. But yeah, anyway, we're going to enjoy the rest of the day at the water park, and hopefully I'll catch up with you guys later on when we're back at the house, and give you a bit of an update on what's going on there. Catch you later, guys. Do skoro. So yes, we've been here an hour, and I will admit I skipped breakfast this morning. I didn't have any bakery. I had a couple of coffees this morning, because last night I caught up with a couple of friends, Sean and Alison, that I've not seen for a while. It was nice to catch up with them. I had a couple of drinks last night, but today, with it being all inclusive, after an hour I'm already pissed, and I'm only on my 2nd drink. That shows that the cocktails here are the real deal. So yes, they're made with, you know, cheaper ingredients, that's Bulgarian spirits and Bulgarian soft drinks, but they're actually alcoholic, you know what I mean, unlike some of the cocktails that are being served elsewhere. So bear that in mind. If you've got young children, I would say 10 and under, 100% Pirates of the Caribbean water park. I've done 3 or 4 different videos on it over the years, and I still can't fault it, and it improves every time. The food's always fantastic, the drinks are strong, and the park is perfect for younger children. You just cannot go wrong. The kids are getting slushies all day, they're getting ice cream whenever they want it. There's enough selection of food that the kids will eat as well, which is always nice, especially if you've got fussy children. They'll definitely eat. So yeah, if you're in Sunny Beach and you want a nice trip out for the day, definitely do the Pirates of the Caribbean mini water park at Nezaba. Absolutely a must do, highly recommended. Catch you later. Do skoro.
They wanted to push you in.
Don't you dare. Harrison just come down.
Rainbow, you can't really do it, you're too small.
No, just she wants the whole.
I know. Well, you know when we've got ripe cherries, when the kids want to pick all the cherries off the tree. Well guys, good morning, dobry jutro. Put a lot of effort in to the front garden over a couple of days, just trying to make it look presentable for when we come back and say the job then. Yeah, yesterday we picked up a new glass table and a couple of chairs and a couple of stools, courtesy of my biker brother Kit. As you know, if you've been watching this, I had a bit of an accident when we got here and I literally fell off a step with the glass table that we had and literally fell through it. You know, my hand went straight through it, and the thing was in a million pieces, but now we've replaced it, so thank you very much, Kit. Tracy's given us a couple of stools and got some plastic chairs, so thank you very much for that. And a massive thank you to Phil and Sharon, who helped us out yesterday picking them up and also giving me the stuff for the pool, because we're leaving it up this time, first time we've ever left it up. I'll leave it up full of water, so he's just given me some extra chlorine, because I've been struggling to get hold of that, so we can shock dose it before we go, and some other stuff to just help the pool stay nice for when we come back. Yeah, it's going to seem weird leaving it because I've never ever done that before. As you can see, I've not really done much more trimming in the garden. I've a lot more to do, but since I did my ankle in on the accident, I've struggled with it, so I'm going to wait. I've cut some trees down, I've cut some more trees back that just needed a little bit of pruning, and the bit that's normally inaccessible, the side of the house and the back of the house, I've done a lot of pruning here as well and taking it all back, so you can actually get down the back of the house now, which is important for any bits of work that I need to do over the summer. So yeah, as long as it doesn't rain now, we'll be fine. We won't see any of the big weeds coming back up. That won't happen now until next spring really, but I'd like to get on top of it as much as I can. So yeah, it's sad to say, but it's our last day. We're going home late tonight, but only for a short while, only for a couple of weeks, because I do want to be out here on my birthday, big birthday coming up, 50th, so I'd like to be out here with my friends, because at the end of the day I feel more at home here than I do anywhere in the UK. I absolutely love this place, as many of you on here know that. But again, if it's your first time here, please drop us a like, share and subscribe, and you can see my whole journey from the moment I stepped foot in Bulgaria to buying the house to yeah, everything that's happened since. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but that's life, isn't it? Anyway, back to my favourite place, my step under the cherry tree. Absolutely lovely spot, and I'll catch you all later. Do skoro. So one of the last little jobs that we do before we leave the village is to drop all the plastic bottle caps into the Love Heart outside the mayor's office, and the kids have just been across the road to do that, which is so cute. It's all for a children's charity, it all raises money, and that's why it's already 3/4 full there. Everybody does it in the village, and it's just a nice way of, again, giving something back while we're here.